All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich Celenza. Thanks for checking out the Rich Celenza show. So, what I'm going to call today is just do it now. Now, you may think I'm crazy, but I think so many people are so lazy or they drag shit out for such long periods of time when it comes to things they want to do. And one of the reasons I'm really bringing this up is because I kind of go back and forth with my girlfriend a lot. And I think maybe before in her life, there were people in her life that were always telling her, wait, you got to wait. I wouldn't do that. I'd wait till you have this amount of money to do this. And I understand that. Or you can't do that. You got to do this. And it could be our parents. It could be who we're married to. It could be our kids. It could be friends, family members, again, colleagues, always kind of convincing us not to do certain things that we want to do. Now, if you can't afford certain things, I get it, but I do believe in life. If you're savvy and smart, you can go do what you want to do. And we just had this conversation because we were going out to meet friends for dinner, and she's got a new job, and she's very excited. She's had a long road going through the pandemic and trying to find the right job, but she found it, and she's very excited, and she got everything she wanted, truthfully. And now she's talking about getting another car for herself. And since I've known her, she's always like, I want to get a car and paint it fuchsia, I think. That's what she always says. And I get if you get a car and you maybe paint it that color, then when you go to trade it in, you're going to get beat to death. But you're going to get beat to death anyways. And we have some decent cars, and she wouldn't do it because, whatever the case would be. Other people convinced her, you got to be a millionaire to do that, or, you got to have a certain type of car to do that, or whatever. I'm like, why don't you do it? Get the car you want and paint it whatever color you want. I mean, it's not, in getting a car painted, it could be a little pricey, but you can get it done. But if you get the car you want, and I keep telling her that too, because she's always kind of like, I should maybe get this car because it's more, better on gas mileage, but I do like this brand, but I've always wanted this car, but I don't know, like there's all these, I'm like, how's this? Go do it. Go get the car you want. Paint it the color you want. I don't care about your resale value. I don't give a shit about that because she keeps her cars for long periods of time. Just go do it. Go do what you want to do. And I think she's kind of shocked a lot of times that I tell her to do these things, and I tell my daughters, and I tell a lot of people, what are you waiting for? Now, don't get me wrong. There are things you may have to accomplish or get done. I'm not telling you to, if you want to go do something, to just go do it without, if you're in a relationship or you're married and stuff, and you want a boat, you just go do it without maybe, talking your finances through and things. But I do think so many people stall on doing what they want to do or getting what they want to get. It's kind of bonkers with that. And also, so me talking that's funny because I woke up this morning and I think there's going to be a Friends in Georgia, Atlanta, something going on there. I don't know if there's going to be a museum or something going on for a certain amount of time. And I guess she was trying to get other people to go and no one's going. She's like, I want to go to this museum in Georgia and blah, blah, blah. And I said, just do it. She's like, would you go with me? I'm like, of course I'll go. What am I going to say? No. She's like, good, you could be my photographer. But I think us having that conversation yesterday, she's like, right, I just got to do the things I want to do. Like we just had another conversation about this. I'm like, yes, you can do what you want to do. I'm telling people out there who are listening to this, a lot of times we just want an excuse why we can't do something, or we want somebody else to tell us why we can't do it. Now, some of us have certain limitations. It could be physically, it could be financially, and I get it. But get creative. And a lot of times, it does not have to be extreme. Like, I have a lot of people I talk to a lot of times because I travel a lot. Like, Rich, I want to go do all of Europe, but, it's this amount of money, this. I'm like, where do you really want to go? I want to go to Italy and Paris. Then maybe just hit those two spots. Start with that, or maybe just one. I know you want to hit all of Europe. I get it, but you just maybe not have enough money at this point in time. You will in the future, but at least get there. Start building momentum. People will be like, no, I don't want to go unless I could do it all. I get that too. But I think a lot of times, too, when you go do something, maybe even starting off small, it's the best way to go because a lot of times it may not be what you thought it was. Or it may just be something you got there and go, oh, my God, this is what I really wanted. And I really think that happens a lot with traveling. People think traveling costs all this money, that you got to do all these things. If you become creative again, you'd be shocked at how you can save money and do things to get done what you want to get done. You just got to start doing it. It could go for wardrobe, I talk about a lot of times, or I could talk about even fitness. It could be anything. You're starting a new business. You know, a lot of people think you got to spend millions of dollars, or I can't do this because of whatever I don't even know how to build a website, or I don't even know how to, and then I got to start a company, and then I got to pay taxes, and I got to hire employees. Listen, just start. Just go do it. Start something for yourself that you want to do. You'll start building up confidence like you have no idea. But you got to believe in yourself. And you also got to quit listening to others telling you all the time what you can and can't do. And you may also be one of these people that's always good at telling everybody else what they can and can't do, and you ain't doing shit. So here's the deal. Most people that always told me what I can and can't do, they never accomplished that much. Some did to a certain degree, but most of them then didn't even do what I wanted to do. So yeah, they may be very successful doing whatever they're doing, but it really had nothing to do with what I wanted to do. Because a lot of times if people are successful at something you want to do, they're going to help you succeed. I mean, it's kind of common sense with a lot of this stuff, but I think too many people get lost and they're insecure, or they're afraid, or again, they don't have the confidence to just do what they want to do. Okay? Now, again, I will wrap it up with this. There's a lot of people out there that say, oh, I want to live in that neighborhood, right? I want to drive that car. I want to do this, and they can't afford it. Start heading in the direction, at least. Start building, again, momentum. There's a certain area you want to live in the future, or buy certain houses, go look at them. Look at them online. Go visit them. I don't give a shit. Start going to the coffee houses. Eat in those areas. Maybe start becoming friends with people in those areas. And I'm not saying you're going to be able to maybe move to that area. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. But at least you will start learning about it and moving in that direction. Same with a car. I don't care if it's a motorcycle. I don't care what it is. Go, and I will wrap it up with this. It reminds me of my buddy who, he collects Porsches and things. And he loves Ferraris. I never knew this. He's obsessed with Ferraris. And the funny thing is, even though he's got Porsches, he hangs out with all Ferrari people. He knows the next move he's going to make is starting to collect Ferraris, join Ferrari clubs. And those are exclusive clubs. But he's not just like, he loves Porsches too. My point being is, he knows how to head into the right direction. And he loves cars. And nothing is setting him back right now. Maybe he can't afford the Ferrari he wants, but he knows eventually he will get there. But he's definitely not somebody who's afraid to say, one day I want a Ferrari, and then never does anything about it. And he doesn't allow people to say, Ferrari, are you crazy? You can't do that. You can't spend money on that, or whatever the case may be. Again, he just wants to do what he wants to do, and he's figuring out a way on how to do it. That's what you need to do. And don't let people set you back, man. I call them anchors. A lot of people you're letting anchor you, and then you can't keep moving forward for some reason or another. And a lot of times, the harsh part of life, a lot of times, the ones that are holding you back are a lot of times the ones that are closest to you. And it's a hard hit, but it's the truth. It could even be relationships, husbands, wives. It could be family members or even colleagues or close friends, man. A lot of times people don't want you to go do things that are different than what they're doing. They also a lot of times don't want you to maybe succeed. And that's hard to say. But it's true. I see a lot of this with a lot of friends where one starts to become successful. Instead of the friends getting behind them and saying, yeah, kick it in the ass, go, go, go. They're always making them feel bad that they're doing something wrong or not interested or they're starting to be something they're not or all this type of shit. Just go do what you got to do. The ones that are there for you will always be behind you to help push you. So I'm going to wrap it up there. If you get a chance, just leave a question or a comment. I'm at richcelenzapodcast.com. I'm all over the place social media-wise. I also teach a program, masteringselfconfidence.com, where I try to help men with confidence. We have a bunch of different courses coming out. We're doing a bunch of different marketing as well. So that's all I got for you today. What is that, Nike? Go do it, just do it, whatever the hell. Yeah, something similar to that, but just do it for yourself.